Hi guys, it's Mark Zicree, Mr. Sci-Fi, also known as Mark Zicree of Space Command. And behind me you can see the maquette of the creature we're building. We have the creature named the Alien Creature Contest. We'll be announcing the winners of that in the next couple days, and it's going to be very exciting. You can also see behind me Elaine's portrait of Janis Joplin that we bought from an artist in Morro Bay. We quite love that. It captures the passion of creativity in the moment of creation, and big fans of Janis Joplin and many other singers. But you can see the creature. It's a great maquette. It's going to be 8 feet tall very, very soon. We're meeting this afternoon with our set builder and creature builder and stunt choreographer, and we've cast the 2 creature actors. One of them is very, very well known, and we're going to be announcing that very soon. And tons of stuff is happening. First of all, you know, we have the Kickstarter campaign going. It's up to 63,000. If we can top 100,000, it's going to be hugely helpful to us, because we want to roll camera, not just build the sets, not just get ready, but actually start shooting. And we've been talking to our actors. I reached out to Christina Moses, who's in A Million Little Things. We want to cast her as one of the characters in Space Command Forgiveness. She's a dear friend, and you know, she was in the Star Trek episode that we did a few years ago with George Takei. She was brilliant as his daughter, and that really got her career going in earnest. Beyond that, we're looking for a warehouse space to rent and turn into a soundstage. If you know of anything affordable in the Los Angeles area, we're looking for that. And ideally, if you have something like that and would like to donate it to us for half a year or a year, that would be terrific. It's a great tax write-off. And of course, if you want to buy shares in Space Command at $7,500 each, call me at 323-363-1259 or email me at markzicree@gmail.com. Happy to send you all the paperwork and answer all your questions. Meantime, the main focus is the Kickstarter campaign. Please spread the word. We really want to get enough money to shoot the rest of Forgiveness, and every dollar we get in helps us accomplish that. And right now we have visual effects artists working full-time on finishing the 2-hour pilot, the second 2 hours, the second hour of the 2-hour pilot. Lots is happening, a ton of stuff. We're going to be sending out DVDs and Blu-rays of the first hour with tons of extras to all of you who've ordered that, and it'll include links to material that no one else will be able to see. We really want you to feel that you're being heard and getting your needs met. Beyond that, we're casting a lot of amazing people. You know, we just shot a scene with Michelle Nichols that we love. It's turned out wonderfully. We'll be sharing that with you very soon. And I also cast, now we all know that numerous actors have played Captain Pike on JJ's Star Trek movies, on Star Trek Discovery. Of course, Jeffrey Hunter was the first Captain Pike, but there's one Captain Pike that no one has ever heard his voice, knows about him, and this is him. Here he is, Sean Kenny. And he was in the Menagerie. He played Captain Pike in the wheelchair. You know, the one who could go boop for yes and boop boop for no. And the reason he was cast, and at some point I'll show you a photo of him without all of this stuff on his face. He was cast because when they decided to take this pilot, they had a big challenge with Star Trek, because the first pilot starred Jeffrey Hunter as Captain Pike. That didn't sell the show, so then they got the money to do a second pilot with William Shatner, and that did sell the show, but then they had an hour pilot with a completely different captain, though some of the cast were the same. For instance, Leonard Nimoy was in it, Majel Barrett played number 1, whereas later she would play Nurse Chapel. They didn't want to just throw that pilot out, so in the most brilliant use of an unsold pilot ever, they utilized it as one hour of a 2-hour special episode of Star Trek in the first season called The Menagerie. But their idea was that Captain Pike was the captain of the Enterprise before Kirk, and he got injured terribly in an accident saving a number of cadets, and now he's totally paralyzed and scarred and so forth. And it's about Spock trying to give him a life worth living, and the extremes that Spock will go to. It's terrific, and if you haven't ever seen it, I highly recommend it. And it's very fun to compare it to the version of the pilot that was the original version, The Cage, and the version that they repurposed as The Menagerie. But the fun part was, so when they wanted to do that, Jeffrey Hunter wasn't going to come back for that, and so he, because he was a big star, so they found a young man who looked very much like Jeffrey Hunter, and they cast him. And he actually plays an on-screen role, sans all that makeup, as a young officer on the Enterprise bridge in one of the other episodes. But we have cast him in Space Command Forgiveness. His name is Sean Kenny. You're going to, for the first time, Captain Pike speaks. You'll hear his voice, and it'll be really wonderful. And he's playing the role of Patriarch Elias. And very soon I'll have a video where he and I will be saying hello to all of you, and you'll see what he looks like now. He looks great. And besides that, there's a ton of other great stuff coming very, very soon. For instance, Tahani Farr, our wonderful artist who illustrated the first issue of the Space Command comic, which we'll be making available for sale very, very soon, is now drawing the entire prequel graphic novel, and we'll also be recording that as a radio play with our stars. I'm thinking of doing a monthly Space Command radio play that would be provided free of charge to all of you, and that's going to be super fun. Additionally, we're doing wonderful illustrations from Jeff Hayes, our great poster artist. There's a video that we've just posted of him doing a portrait of Lieutenant Bradbury, Brian McClure, and it's just amazing to watch how he works. He's a genius, really a genius. And beyond that, my gosh, it's so many things. We have contests going. Many of you know we have the Name of the Creature contest, but we also have the Spacesuit contest. We're going to announce the winner of that very soon, but also we'll be launching a second phase where if you missed it the first time around, because we have some amazing judges and prizes and all sorts of stuff, and so you'll be able to have a second chance. And beyond that, we're going to have the car contest where you design a futuristic car, and if your design is chosen, we ship you my Toyota Corolla, and you get to turn it into a car, a futuristic car, inside and out. Has to be street legal, but then we'll use it in Space Command, and you get credit for the design and the construction. So this could launch a whole career, and it's just continuing on and on. You know, writing more of Space Command, shooting more of it, reaching out to more and more actors whose work you love. I just got an email from my publicist saying, "Have you ever met Mark Hamill?" And there's going to be an event apparently with us, and it'll be great to meet him. We've crossed paths many a time. He was the Joker in the animated Batman series that my friend Michael Reeves won an Emmy for, and it's fascinating how all of these different paths cross in one way or another. Really a small world here, but that's the main stuff. So the most important message of all of this is, please help the Kickstarter campaign reach as high a number as it can, because and as you know, I don't draw a salary from Space Command, so every penny goes into making Space Command and getting it out to you. And so if you're part of a science fiction website, podcast, any of those things, I'm happy to be interviewed at any point, and just spread the word as far and wide as you can. If you want to buy Space Command shares, please do. It goes directly into Space Command. I'm not using it to buy a new chair, for instance. But this is a great chair. But and again, there's the spacesuit. There's the little spacesuit pin. I love spacesuits, as you can tell from what's behind me, and can't wait to have you be part of that as well. So that's about it for now, but lots more coming very, very soon. And again, thanks so much for being part of this, so much for everything you do. And it's a thrill of a lifetime what we're up to now. It's I can't tell you how much fun it is to watch these sets and these creatures and all of these things come together and become a reality. So until next time, we'll talk soon. And thanks very much, guys. Bye.